First of all, I'd like to tell you about one of the compositions which I composed in 2019 for a global project called I Play for Peace, which was founded by Neil McLennan at the University of Aberdeen in 2017. That's the idea when it was conceived. The piece is called Battling for Peace, and Battling for Peace received its world premiere on November the 10th, 2019. So there was a total of 3 compositions which were performed, Claire Perry-Salter's composition, as well as the Good Friday Agreement, as well as Paul Anderson's Winning the Peace, which was a beautiful, evocative violin solo. I specifically arranged this for string orchestra with Alberto, who helped me orchestrate and arrange it for strings for this particular occasion. I think Brian Waters is actually in the meeting today. Now, so Brian, I met Brian on Twitter last year, I think, and he founded a company called the QTube, where filmmakers and composers could submit their projects and also collaborate with one another. The Score Relief is an initiative, which has supported and is supporting musicians and also creatives who have been affected by the pandemic. And so, I donated and also composed a new piece of work to animation. With the COVID-19 pandemic, a lot of things, were closed, and a lot of opportunities and collaborations were perhaps less available than they were. And so it was in a conversation with Jamie White, who's actually with us today. Would you like to just kind of talk about the project for a couple of minutes?
So yeah, Anthony said I reached out must have reached out back in November-ish time, 2020, about trying to get an arrangement made for this song. I run a sort of orchestra band, sort of professional band kind of thing, and we were wanting to do something through the pandemic to kind of bring everyone together in a way. And at the time when I originally started this idea, we were able to meet up and do stuff, do recordings and things in a small group. We were allowed to go into buildings and meet people, really. So that was the idea, to go about that. But obviously restrictions change and stuff, so that's kind of on hold at the moment. But when I worked with Anthony to get this fully commissioned and orchestrated and arranged for us, we had several meetings to sort of discuss the idea between myself and Anthony, going backwards and forwards between a few ideas, and then sort of as time went on, the idea took form, and we knew what we were going to go for sound-wise, and after only 2 or 3 sort of backwards and forwards, we came to the final idea that we were going for. He came back to me with the final draft, which was just perfect. I loved everything about it, and there was not really any changes that we needed, maybe minor ones here or there. Like, for example, I wanted a lead trumpet part at the climax of the song, so I was like, Anthony, could you maybe put in something like a lead trumpet part? Because we have big band players, so they love to play high, and it would sound awesome. He's like, yeah, of course. So a week later he comes back, he's like, how's this? And it was exactly what I was looking for. And basically Anthony brought the whole vision to life, for the sound that I was going for. And we want to get into a studio and record, so when restrictions let us do that, we will do that. And then we're going to accompany it with a professionally made video as well. From start to finish, Anthony has been along the entire journey and has brought my vision to life, which is fantastic.
Yeah, I really appreciate that. I mean, it's been a real pleasure to work with you. And it didn't seem like yesterday that we met up and we had this crazy idea. I was like, okay, let's make this happen. So this is one of my recent compositions, and this composition was commissioned by Dr. Roger Williams, MBE, director of St. Michael's Cathedral Choir. And as you can see, I've indicated the exact registration I would like, because I really, I was looking for a particular sound, a string sound, which I knew was possible on the St. Michael's organ, which is a beautiful instrument. Most of the melody line remains the same, unison, just to give the singers the opportunity to learn this virtually. So it's very accessible, but this is one of my most recent compositions, so Lord bless you and keep you. And this piece is dedicated to Derek Ogston, who unfortunately we lost earlier this year, a month or so ago. And now Derek was a very integral part of, he was an avid, he loved his music, he loved attending concerts, and he was a big patron and advocate for music making at the university. So this piece is actually dedicated to him. It'd be very nice to hear it live, and especially dedicated to a special person like him. Although it's been a difficult time, I found lockdown a time to, connect with people, connect, over social media, over different media strands, and, just collaborating with people. So, I mean, there's a couple of people I'd like to mention at this point. There's a wonderful violinist called Natalia, who's based in London, who is studying at the Royal Academy of Music, who's a great friend of mine who I met over Twitter last year, and we hope to have some collaboration in the future. As well as Matthew Thomason, who's based in Cornwall, down south. We're working on incredible projects, which hopefully will come to fruition in the summer. So I've also worked with filmmakers such as Zeph Walker, who I don't think she can be with us today, but she did a lot of vlogging in Spain when she was there, and I composed about, gosh, it must be about 3 seasons and about 10 or 5 episodes for each kind of series. So it was quite a big project, and there's lots of music there, probably about an hour or two of music there. So it's been a very busy in that sense. Although the situation has closed many doors, it's opened many doors and opportunities to meet people that we never would have met before.